Hi, Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 40 of the regular season. Rangers win 6-3 over the Toronto Maple Leafs in a interesting game, to say the least. Boy, this was not at all the game I think any of us were expecting. You have Igor Shesterkin in net tonight for the New York Rangers, and Jack Campbell in net for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Two guys that are both probably going to be finalists for the Vezina, if we're being honest, or at the very least both are going to finish top 5. Going head to head, and you're thinking, wow, this is going to be a low scoring game. This is going to be like a repeat of game 5 of the regular season this season for the Rangers, where it was like a 2-1 overtime victory for the Rangers, where Campbell was great and made like 30 some saves, and Shesterkin stopped 40 of 41, and it was insane. That's kind of what I think everyone was expecting. And then you have this game tonight where it's like, no, it's a barn burner. Man, it was insane. That being said, it starts out kind of insanely bad for the New York Rangers. This might be the worst start we've gotten off to this season. Not the worst first period this season, because I still think that goes to the New Year's Eve game against Tampa in Tampa. That was still, I maintain, the worst first period we played this season. But like the worst first 5 minutes, I think has got to go to this game, because, oh boy, we looked bad. First goal for Toronto. About 2:45 in. Rangers are trying to pass it out from behind our net. Ryan Strome goes for a pass. It's stopped pretty much midair by Pierre Engvall, and he takes it in front of the net. A beautiful little pass over to Ilya Mikheyev, and they score to make it 1-0 Leafs. And this is a play that, like, I don't know who to be mad at on the Rangers, and I really don't know who to blame, because it was sort of just a perfect storm where I don't think anyone particularly screwed up. It wasn't a bad pass by Ryan Strome. Pierre Engvall just knocked it out of midair. It wasn't particularly bad defense because it was picked out of midair, like, right in front of the net. And it wasn't bad on Shesterkin because, again, it was picked out of midair right in front of the net. He had no time to react, and there were two guys then like that at point-blank range, pretty much unguarded. It was just unlucky, and so I'm not really going to be mad at anyone because it was just bad luck for us. The next goal, I will get mad at us for. Kreider takes a tripping call, and the Rangers go on the penalty kill nearly immediately. It's 3:30 in now, and the Leafs are on the power play. John Tavares has it behind the net. He passes it out for William Nylander. He passes across to Mitch Marner. He is left wide open and snipes one past Shesterkin. It's 2-0 Leafs. Now, I understand that you are on a power play, and so by definition of that, you're going to have to allow someone to be relatively wide open. But not this wide open. And you might say, well, Weston, it's Mitch Marner. They tend to get open. I'm like, but yeah, you got 3 guys covering William Nylander. I'm not even exaggerating. Go look at it. All 3 guys. It was Trouba, Gaudreau, and Rooney that are all staring and gunning for William Nylander. And Mitch Marner is just standing wide open to Igor Shesterkin's right, just like, don't mind if I do. And just like that, it's 2-0, and we're not even 4 minutes in. And you kind of feel bad, but not too bad, because you're playing a team that kind of likes to cough up multi-goal leads. But Rangers would cut the lead a little over halfway into the first period. 12:52, Rangers have it in the offensive zone. Fox passes it along the boards. Greg McKegg gets it a nasty backhanded pass right in front to center. Ryan Reaves, who was left, as wide open as he could possibly be, no one near him, and a pretty darn nice goal for Ryan Reaves. His first as a Ranger, and we cut the lead to 2-1. But the Leafs would once again regain a 2-goal lead with just a few minutes left in the first period. They have it in their zone. They break it out. Mitch Marner has it. He carries into the offensive zone. He hands it to Austin Matthews. Shot on Igor Shesterkin. It's stopped by Shesterkin, but the rebound is thrown right into Michael Bunting's leg and into the net. It wasn't like a kicking motion or anything by Michael Bunting, although there was a kick later on in the game, and I'll talk about that in a bit. But it's a rebound off of him. He gets the goal, and it's 3-1 Leafs. And at this moment in time, a friend of mine, not a Leafs fan, just a friend of mine, asks me, hey, bud, how you feeling about the game? And I said, honestly, if any team is going to blow a multi-goal lead, it's going to be the Maple Leafs. Call me a fortune teller, but with the Toronto Maple Leafs, it just really feels like a safe bet to say they're going to blow a multi-goal lead. Granted, 3-1 isn't what they're known for. They're known for 4-1 leads blown. But it just seems on brand for them. So the Rangers leave the first period down 3-1. They improved as the period went along, but still not a very good first period. And that was pretty much when the light switch came off and the Rangers absolutely took off. So early in the second period, Rangers have it in the offensive zone. Trouba has it. He passes it to Keandre Miller. He takes a shot on net, but it's wide. It bounces off the back boards. Ryan Reaves gets it pretty much even with the net. And with Rasmus Sundin draped over him pretty much, he puts a beauty on net. Just top corner. That is not a fourth line goal, and that is not a normal goal you would expect someone like Ryan Reaves to score. But boy, oh boy, it's a beauty, and his first multi-goal game since 2013. And the Rangers make it 3-2. Ryan Reaves scoring 2 goals. I'm pretty sure everyone had that written down. Later on after that, pretty much at the end of the second period, Rangers have it in the offensive zone, but the Leafs get it and they try to clear. Philip Hedl keeps it in. Pretty nice stop by Philip Hedl. He gets it over to Artemi Panarin. Panarin does Artemi Panarin things, takes quite a few Leafs with him over towards the right side of Jack Campbell, and pretty much clears the entire left side of the ice. He gets a pass to Ryan Strome, who's sort of like right next to the net on Campbell's right, and again, there is no one to his left to block Adam Fox, who comes in unguarded. You guys know that dude won the Norris last year, and you can't let him get that wide open. Easy goal for Adam Fox, and the Rangers tie it at 3 apiece. We travel now to a little over halfway in the third period. The Leafs play it into our zone. Alex Kerfoot has it. Philip Hedl picks his pocket. Adam Fox gets the puck. He hands it to Panarin, who carries out of our defensive zone and into the offensive zone. He passes it to Ryan Lindgren, okay, maybe you might call me biased. I think he meant to do this. It was a pass from Lindgren over to Ryan Strome, who just tips it on in. I think it was on purpose. You can watch it back. Lindgren, yeah, it was deflected by a stick, and so I'm not saying he meant to deflect it off of a stick, but this was meant to be a pass to Ryan Lindgren or Ryan Strome through and through. Before he had fully let go of the puck, before it had deflected, he was looking at Ryan Strome. I think it was meant to be a pass the entire way. I do believe, not that it was intended to be hit off of a stick, but it was meant to be a pass. Strome tips it in, and the Rangers overcome the 3-1 deficit, and they make it 4-3. And if you were listening very closely, you might have heard Steve Dangle start to cry at that exact moment. About 5 minutes left in the third period. Rangers get an offensive zone faceoff. Mika wins it. Trouba gets the puck, fires a shot on net. It's stopped by Jack Campbell, but the rebound is left in front, and no one is there to stop Chris Kreider, who gets his 25th of the season. He's on pace for over 50. And the Rangers make it a 5-3 game. Oh boy, we're cooking with gas. Really soon after that, the Leafs looked like they might have scored, but the goal was overturned because it was a very, very clear kicking motion by Auston Matthews. It wasn't, I don't think he went into it with the intent of like, I'm going to kick this in. I think it was the puck is at my feet, that's the goal, and it was just sort of a reflexive kick towards the net. It wasn't like, oh, I'm trying to kick it in. He couldn't not kick it in from reflexes. It is overturned, however, and then Adam Fox with an empty netter secures it for the Rangers, and a 3-1 deficit after the first turns into a 6-3 victory with 5 unanswered goals. Whoo boy, what a night. And in a game where it looks like we're going to get absolutely smoked, we have a great comeback. We rebound wonderfully. Yeah, we looked awful in the first period. We looked absolutely fantastic in the second and third. And it wasn't one of those games where it's like, oh, well, you know, they looked good in the next 2 periods, but they sucked so badly in the first that they couldn't overcome it. No, we overcame it pretty easily. Shesterkin started off, I'm not particularly upset at him for the second goal and really even the first one, but man, a first period where you have 3 goals against on 11 shots just does not look that good. After that, I want to say he stopped 28 or 29 consecutive shots. He was magnificent tonight. Finishes the night 35 for 38. That is not bad at all. He had some pretty darn nice ones, including a headbutt save where it looks like it's going to go in, and then he just bonks it off his head, which was pretty beautiful. Oh, but man, he looked pretty solid. Ryan Reaves, I can't emphasize, he had 2 goals. He had 1 goal all of last year and didn't have a goal coming into tonight. And he starts off with just a casual multi-goal game for Ryan Reaves. Those happen all the time. What's that? It hasn't happened for like 7 years. Oh, well, Adam Fox also played well, a pair of goals. One of them was an empty netter, but still the other goal was very important to tie it. Panarin had a pair of points. Trouba had a pair of points, surprisingly enough. McKegg had that beautiful backhanded assist. Strome had a pair for a goal and an assist. I can just keep going down the line. Strome had that really nice assist for the Ryan Strome goal. Reaves, again, oddly enough, multi-goal game. Just like that can normally happen. Mika with a pair of assists. And the Rangers. I mean, you gotta be pretty darn impressed by that. And you might expect me to be kind of hard on the Rangers because, you fall down 3-1 in the first period. And I just don't think that's warranted because the Leafs are a very, very good team. They're a Stanley Cup contender yet again. They have depth pretty much everywhere. They have a ton of good players. They have a great goaltender. If we were going to get blown out by a team, it would make sense that it would be a team like the Toronto Maple Leafs. But the fact that you were able to go down 3-1 very early on and rebound in such a strong way to come back and not just win in the waning seconds, but absolutely dominate. I mean, this game, they scored 5 unanswered goals. It was fantastic. It really just showed you, at least to me, we have the mental to win games like this, where we can fall behind, not just fall behind to bad teams, because we've done that at some points of the season, but fall down to good teams, even though the Maple Leafs are kind of known for blowing leads, fall down to them and rebound and come back. We have that mental fortitude. And although that might just sound like some crappy buzzwords to say to, excuse starting off 3-1, I'm kind of about it. We played resiliently. We fought and we came back. And I'm extremely happy with how we did tonight. Even though starting off 3-1 is not ideal. We rebounded in a damn strong way. And I'm proud of how the team played. And so that's all I got. We play again Friday at Carolina. I don't know how much of I'm going to be able to catch. I will still make a video after the game regardless. And so I'll see you all Friday evening. But that is all I have for tonight. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Rangers.